It's been a wild year in the world of 90 Day Fiancé, and trust me, you're not ready for what's been happening. From jaw-dropping surprises to tender family milestones, these couples and their families have been keeping fans on the edge of their seats. Babies, weddings, shocking confessions, and moments no one saw coming. It's all part of the latest whirlwind in this ever-growing reality TV universe. In today's video, we're diving into the freshest updates from every corner of the 90 Day family. Who's starting over? Who's welcoming new beginnings? And who's caught up in drama that changes everything? Stick around, because every reveal is bigger than the last. Before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tap the bell so you never miss the next deep dive into your favorite reality TV families. When it comes to 90 Day Fiancé icons, few names spark as much conversation as Chantel Everett. Over the past year, Chantel's life has been a whirlwind of transformation, emotionally, personally, and even physically. And once again, she's managed to capture the attention of fans who thought they had already seen every chapter of her story. Let's rewind for a moment. Chantel first made headlines this year with her bold appearance on TLC's new spin-off, 90 Hunt for Love. Viewers watched her step into the series with the scars of heartbreak still fresh after her divorce from Pedro Jimeno. Many wondered, was she truly ready to open up again? Or would she keep her guard up, protecting herself from more pain? At first, it looked like she might play it safe, but then Chantel surprised everyone. In one unforgettable scene, she admitted that she had kissed her close friend Ashley before filming even began. For the first time, Chantel hinted at questioning her own sexuality, a revelation that instantly set the fandom on fire. What followed was a season that revealed a different side of Chantel, one where she leaned into curiosity, vulnerability, and even joy. We saw her laugh through awkward dating challenges, open up about her fears, and most memorably, share another shocking kiss with Jeniffer Tarazona. Was it spontaneous? Was it strategic? Fans debated endlessly online, but for Chantel, it was all about living without fear of judgment. Of course, things came to a head at the tell-all. Chantel officially confirmed she was in a relationship with Ashley, marking one of the most talked-about moments of the year. She walked onto that stage smiling, radiating confidence, but the celebration quickly turned complicated when her mother, Karen Everett, reacted in true Karen fashion, loud, emotional, and resistant. Chantel had even warned fans on Instagram to expect the worst from her mom's reaction, and she wasn't wrong. The tell-all turned into a tense clash between Chantel's newfound happiness, and her family struggled to accept it. But Chantel's growth this year hasn't only been about romance. She also made a deeply personal decision to undergo breast reduction surgery after years of back pain. For her, it was more than a medical procedure. It was an act of self-care and empowerment. She shared candidly about the decision online, and fans praised her for her honesty. It was another reminder that Chantel isn't just living for the cameras. She's making choices that prioritize her health and her happiness. Outside of the drama, Chantel continues to balance her career as a nurse and her side work as an aesthetic specialist. Between glamorous New York brunch cruises and behind-the-scenes glimpses of her work life, her Instagram feed paints the picture of a woman finally finding balance. So, where is Chantel today? She's in love, she's healing, and she's still navigating complicated family waters with the same boldness that made her unforgettable in the first place. Her story this year proves something new. Chantel Everett is no longer defined by heartbreak. She's rewriting her own story, one bold choice at a time.
If there's one cast member who seems to reinvent himself every single year, it's Usman Soja Boy Umar. The Nigerian-born musician and reality TV star has never been one to sit quietly in the background, and the past 12 months have been no exception. Between his return to TLC, his growing music career, and his ever-buzzing social media presence, Usman has once again managed to keep fans intrigued, entertained, and sometimes even divided. The biggest headline, of course, was his dramatic comeback on 90 Day Hunt for Love. When TLC announced the spinoff, fans wondered if Sojaboy would finally step away from the franchise after his roller coaster romances with Lisa and Kim. But no, Usman was back, and from the very first episode, he reminded viewers why he's one of the franchise's most unforgettable personalities. Whether he was ziplining on a date with Courtney Reardanz or cracking jokes in the confessionals, Sojaboy brought that trademark mix of charm, humor, and unpredictability that made him a fan favorite years ago. But Sojaboy wasn't just playing for TV cameras. This year, he doubled down on his music, releasing his single Booga Daiso with the full music video rollout. He teased it on Facebook, promoted it on Instagram, and dropped it officially on YouTube, proving once again that for him, music isn't just a side hustle. By late summer, he was announcing live gigs, including a headline slot at the Moonlight Festival in Kaduna, Nigeria. Fans lit up his comments with fire emojis, proud to see him commanding big crowds and professional stages beyond TLC's spotlight. And then came the milestone no one thought he'd reach. Usman finally relocated outside Nigeria. For years, his storylines revolved around visa battles and long-distance drama, but last November, reports confirmed he had quietly made the move, though he's kept the details vague about exactly where he landed. For longtime viewers, the shift symbolized more than just a change of address. It was the payoff of years of persistence, resilience, and the determination to build a life on his own terms. Of course, where there's Sojaboy, there are always rumors. Fan pages and gossip accounts swirled with claims that he was newly engaged or that fatherhood might be on the horizon. Other whispers painted less flattering stories, claims of arrests, scams, or shady deals. But Usman himself has addressed none of it directly, instead presenting a public image centered on work, travel, and entertainment. His official pages showcase the performer, not the scandal. And for now, that's the story he's choosing to tell. On social media, he continues to deliver exactly what fans expect. Cheeky captions, confident selfies, concert teasers, and plenty of reminders that he hasn't lost the charisma that made him famous years ago. Whether he's teasing a reunion episode or showing off a new stage outfit, Usman knows how to keep the spotlight exactly where he wants it, on him. So where does that leave Sojaboy today? Back on TLC, thriving in his music, and finally building a life that looks different from the one he fought so hard to leave behind. If the past year has proven anything, it's that Usman Umar is still the same unstoppable dreamer he's always been, evolving, entertaining, and keeping fans guessing about what comes next. Tiffany Franco has never been the type to fade into the background, and the past year has proven once again that she knows how to turn both her struggles and her triumphs into unforgettable storylines. Whether it's family moments, business ventures, or messy relationship drama, Tiffany's world has been buzzing, and fans have been watching closely every step of the way. The year started on a softer note. In January, Tiffany shared a cozy holiday recap, giving her followers a glimpse of life at home with her kids. It was a reminder of the role that's always defined her most, being a mom. Simple, warm, and heartfelt, those posts reminded fans that beneath the reality TV glare, Tiffany is still the same woman who treasures bedtime snuggles and family traditions. But things didn't stay quiet for long. By summer, Tiffany was back on TLC, joining the cast of 90 Day Hunt for Love. It was a bold move, putting herself back in the spotlight after years of messy ups and downs with Ronald, her ex-husband. On the show, viewers saw her balancing that familiar mix of vulnerability and strength. Tiffany opened up about what she wanted in a partner, cracked jokes with her signature sass, and once again reminded everyone why she's one of the most compelling personalities in the franchise. Off-screen, Tiffany was just as busy.
Her cosmetics brand, Addie Rose, took center stage throughout June and July. Tutorials, giveaways, and playful reels filled her Instagram feed as she leaned into her glam side. Fans loved seeing her shift from reality star to entrepreneur, carving out a space that was uniquely hers. And she didn't just focus on the polished highlights. She went live on TikTok, admitted to frustrations with music restrictions on Instagram, and gave candid behind-the-scenes glimpses of her influencer life. That raw honesty made her more relatable than ever. Then came the bombshell. At the Hunt for Love premiere, Tiffany walked the red carpet doing interviews with outlets like Access Hollywood and Us Weekly. She spoke about self-growth, healing, and rediscovering what she truly deserves in a relationship. But by late summer, rumors swirled that she had already been dating someone new during filming. Instead of dodging the chatter, Tiffany shocked fans by hard launching her new boyfriend, Ronnie, an Irishman who instantly had the fandom buzzing. The timing raised eyebrows, but Tiffany didn't flinch. She simply leaned into her truth, unapologetically moving forward. All of this proves one thing. Tiffany knows how to command a storyline. Whether she's in mom mode, business mode, or diving into new love, she's unafraid to show the highs and lows. Fans may debate her choices, but they can't look away because she embodies what makes 90 Day Fiancé so addictive. Honesty, resilience, and just enough drama to keep everyone guessing. So, where is Tiffany now? She's raising her kids, running her brand, and stepping boldly into a new romance, all while keeping her sense of humor intact. Love her or question her, one thing's certain. Tiffany Franco is still writing her story on her own terms, and we're all watching to see what chapter comes next.
When it comes to unpredictability in the 90 Day Fiancé universe, Colt Johnson is always near the top of the list. Over the past year, his life has been marked by cryptic posts, health struggles, relationship turmoil, and more than a few surprises that left fans wondering what could possibly come next. It all started with a message that set the tone for his year. As 2024 closed out, Colt posted a mysterious New Year's reflection. History is written on the sands of time. A chapter has ended. Immediately, speculation went wild. Was he hinting at a breakup, a new career, or something even darker? Nobody knew for sure, but it was clear that Colt was bracing himself for big changes. By early 2025, those changes came in ways no one expected. While on a trip to Tulum, Mexico, Colt was suddenly rushed to a hospital after a frightening medical scare. For a man still recovering from a devastating leg injury the year before, the ordeal struck a nerve with fans. It reminded everyone that behind his often playful or sarcastic online persona, Colt was still living with very real health battles. But his personal life wasn't any calmer. Over the summer, Colt finally admitted in press interviews that his relationship with Vanessa, once seen as his stabilizing force, was essentially over. His blunt words were not really talking, confirmed what many fans had already suspected. Their marriage had quietly unraveled. Yet, Colt wasn't out the spotlight for long. During the taping of 90 Day Hunt for Love, he shocked viewers when Courtney Reardanz actually chose him as her partner despite his ongoing recovery. For a short time, the unlikely pairing captured attention, especially when Colt even moved in with Courtney at her parents' house while he healed. But reality soon set in, and by fall, their romance had fizzled. Then, just as fans thought the roller coaster might slow down, Colt shared another dramatic twist. In late September, he revealed on Instagram that he had been in a car accident. Posting x-rays and scans, he told followers he was still healing up but doing better. For fans, it felt like deja vu, yet another physical setback for a man whose body hadn't fully recovered from the trampoline accident that nearly derailed his life before. Adding another layer of complication, Colt and Vanessa's divorce case had been dismissed without prejudice back in 2024, leaving their legal status in a gray area. Technically still tied, emotionally long finished, Colt's situation blurred the lines between personal closure and legal entanglement.
It made every update feel murky, sparking endless fan theories about what he might be holding back. Through it all, Colt has leaned into a surprising level of vulnerability online. His poetic captions, raw health updates, and cryptic reflections reveal a man in constant transition, no longer just the quirky husband or reality TV villain, but someone trying again and again to find footing in a life that won't stop throwing curveballs. So where does Colt stand today? His marriage is broken, his fling with Courtney has ended, and his health continues to be tested. But in true Colt fashion, he's still posting, still reflecting, and still leaving fans with more questions than answers. One thing's certain, Colt Johnson remains one of the most unpredictable figures in the franchise, and his next move is anyone's guess.
Jeniffer Tarazona has always been one of the most magnetic personalities in the 90 Day Fiancé universe. Fiery, unfiltered, and never afraid to take risks. Over the past year, she's once again proven why she remains at the center of so many conversations, balancing romance, drama, and bold choices that fans can't stop talking about. Her big return came with TLC's daring spinoff, 90 Day Hunts for Love. From the very first episodes, Jeniffer lit up the screen, making it clear she was not there to play it safe. Early sparks with Rob Warren quickly became one of the season's central storylines. Their chemistry was undeniable, but so were the complications. As the episodes rolled on, revelations about Rob's past and his personal life shook the foundation of their connection, leaving Jeniffer questioning what was real and what was just for the cameras. Then came the moment that no one could have predicted. Chantel Everett leaning in during a daring group challenge and sharing a kiss with Jeniffer. What began as a playful dare turned into a scene that left castmates gasping and fans replaying it again and again. Even Tim Malcolm, Jennifer's longtime ex, looked visibly stunned. Was it strategy? Was it spontaneity? Or was it something deeper? Whatever the motivation, it was one of the season's most talked about moments. As the summer progressed, Jennifer's journey became even more layered. She positioned herself as both a risk taker and a supporter, standing by castmates as Shantel navigated her own revelations while still wrestling with her own messy triangle involving Rob and Cole Anderson, the charming pilot who also captured her attention. By the time the tell-all rolled around, the drama reached a boiling point. Rob stunned everyone by claiming he and Jeniffer had been intimate multiple times during filming. The revelation divided fans. Was he telling the full truth or reaching for one last grab at relevance? Jeniffer didn't let the chaos derail her. Instead, she shocked the stage again by leaving hand in hand with Cole, signaling that she was ready to move forward, not backward. That choice resonated. Fans have always admired Jeniffer for her boldness, her willingness to take chances, and her refusal to let herself be boxed in by anyone else's expectations. This year, she reminded everyone that her story isn't about being defined by drama, but about continuing to seek joy and connection on her own terms. Today, Jennifer's future feels wide open. With Cole by her side, she's exploring possibilities beyond the cameras. Will their romance grow stronger off-screen, or will her next chapter surprise us all over again? One thing's for sure, Jeniffer Tarazona never plays it safe, and that's exactly why she continues to be one of the most compelling figures in the franchise.
Courtney Reardanz may have stepped back from the spotlight for a while, but this past year has proven that she is anything but forgotten. With her return to TLC and a surprising mix of romance, family tension, and personal reinvention, Courtney's journey has reminded fans why she's one of the most unpredictable players in the 90 Day Fiancé universe. Her biggest headline came when she joined 90 Day Hunt for Love. No one expected her to choose Colt Johnson, fresh off yet another injury and still limping through recovery, but that's exactly what she did.
Cameras captured Colt moving into Courtney's family home in Florida while he healed, creating a storyline that was equal parts romantic experiment and domestic drama. At first, the setup felt sweet. Courtney playing caretaker, Colt leaning on her support. But it didn't take long for cracks to show. Courtney openly questioned whether Colt could truly be trusted, hinting on screen and off that his old habits might not be behind him. Those doubts spilled over into 90 Day Diaries, where viewers got a raw look at the challenges of having Colt in her home. In a promo clip released by TLC, Courtney was shown nervously confiding her fears, admitting that she wasn't sure if she was ready to let Colt that deep into her life. Fans immediately connected with her vulnerability, knowing how tough it is to mix romance with family dynamics, especially under the pressure of reality TV cameras. As summer heated up, Courtney herself began teasing the drama. Just ahead of the tell-all, she posted a cryptic Instagram story saying, "It's about to get messy." That single line sent fans into overdrive. Outlets like TV Insider and Cheat Sheet picked up on it, speculating that Colt and Courtney's shaky relationship would be at the center of the reunion fireworks. And sure enough, when the tell-all aired, the sparks flew. Rumors, accusations, and awkward silences filled the stage as Courtney tried to balance honesty with diplomacy. But Courtney's year wasn't all drama. Quietly, she began reconnecting with her roots as an influencer. In August, she posted her first makeup reel in years, asking fans for product recommendations and showing off a softer, more personal side. For longtime followers, it was a throwback to the Courtney they first met online before TLC. It signaled that she wasn't just a reality star. She was still a beauty-loving creator trying to reclaim her voice. By fall, reports from outlets like Cinema Blend suggested that her romance with Colt had fizzled once filming ended. But instead of retreating, Courtney leaned into the chaos with surprising honesty. She admitted the ups and downs, embraced the mess, and showed fans she was willing to put her heart out there, even if it meant risking heartbreak on national television. So, where does Courtney stand today? She's a woman balancing multiple identities: reality TV risk taker, influencer making a comeback, and daughter navigating the tricky task of mixing love and family. Fans can't quite pin her down, and maybe that's exactly why she's still so compelling. With Courtney, the only guarantee is that the story isn't over, and the next twist could be just around the corner.
Few names in the 90 Day Fiancé world spark as much heated debate as Rob Warren. Love him or hate him, he's become one of the franchise's most polarizing figures, and over the past year, he's once again shown why. From explosive reunions to surprising confessions, Rob's journey has been a roller coaster of confrontation, vulnerability, and that unmistakable ability to keep people talking. It all started in spring at the Last Resort Season 2 tell-all. The stage was already tense, but Rob turned the volume up to 10 when his war of words with Jasmine Pineda spiraled out of control. In a shocking moment, Jasmine hurled a shoe at him after he used a slur, forcing security to intervene. Fans lit up social media instantly, debating whether Rob had crossed a line or whether Jasmine had simply snapped under pressure. And just when the dust seemed to settle, Sophie, Rob's ex, hinted at the real reason their marriage unraveled, leaving viewers hanging on every word. Rob, of course, didn't stay quiet. Hours later, he jumped on Instagram stories to defend himself, denying Jasmine's claims about him selling explicit content online. Calm but firm, he insisted he was only helping a friend and brushed off rumors about his sexuality. It was classic Rob, controversial, unapologetic, and determined to control his own narrative. Just weeks later, he switched gears completely. In a sit-down interview with Parade, he opened up in a way that caught fans off guard. Reflecting on his breakup with Sophie, he admitted, "I did everything I could.
He also revealed she now holds a 10-year green card, effectively marking the end of their short-lived marriage. It was a raw, almost sobering moment, painting him not as the hothead fans saw on TV, but as a man trying to close a painful chapter. But if there's one thing Rob doesn't do, it's fade quietly into the background. By summer, he reappeared on TLC's brand new spinoff, 90 Day Hunt for Love. Viewers watched him attempt a fresh start, navigating awkward dates, fiery clashes, and vulnerable conversations. And yet, by the finale, Rob walked away single after Jeniffer Tarazona, the season's fan favorite, chose someone else. For a man trying to rebrand himself, it was a tough blow. Then came the kicker. At the Hunt for Love tell-all, Rob stunned the cast when he revealed that he and Jeniffer had in fact been intimate multiple times. The confession reignited debate across the fandom. Was he telling the truth? Was it a desperate reach for relevance? Or had TLC cut a storyline short? Whatever the case, Rob once again succeeded in commanding the spotlight. Looking back, Rob's year has been a mix of public meltdowns, emotional confessions, and shocking reveals. He may frustrate fans, but he refuses to be ignored. Love him or despise him, one thing's certain. Rob Warren knows how to stay at the center of the storm, and his next move will almost certainly keep us talking.
Tim Malcolm has always been one of those 90 Day Fiancé cast members who knows how to reinvent himself. Over the past year, he's reminded fans that he's not just a reality TV veteran. He's a man who thrives on transformation, surprises, and a little bit of mystery. And this year, he delivered plenty of all three. The biggest buzz came from his physical transformation. In late 2024, Tim shocked fans when he revealed he had dropped around 30 pounds. The difference was striking. His Instagram filled with reels showing off a slimmer frame, sharper wardrobe, and even a fresh haircut. But for Tim, it wasn't just about looking different. It was about feeling stronger, healthier, and more confident. Fans who have followed his insecurities in past seasons could see the pride in his posts, and many praised him for taking control of his health in such a visible way. But Tim wasn't just focused on himself. He was back in front of TLC cameras too. This summer, he joined the cast of 90 Day Hunt for Love, adding his trademark mix of blunt honesty and sharp wit to the new spinoff. He teased fans with behind-the-scenes clips on Facebook, and outlets like Collider noted that Tim once again managed to stand out among the cast. His candid confessional moments reminded viewers why he's such a staple of the franchise. He has the rare ability to be both self-deprecating and brutally honest at the same time. Then came the shocker. In August, Tim posted on Instagram referring to someone as his new wifey. The post immediately sent fans into speculation overdrive. Was he hinting at marriage? Was it a joke? Or was Tim finally signaling that he'd found something lasting? Given the years of rumors around his sexuality, his friendship with Veronica Rodriguez, and the endless speculation about his dating life, this little tease was enough to dominate fan pages and comment threads for weeks. But Tim didn't stop there. In July, just before the wifey reveal, he was spotted at TNA's Slammiversary wrestling event. Photos of him grinning ringside spread across social media, showing that Tim has managed to carve out visibility well beyond TLC. He's become more than just a reality star. He's a recognizable figure in the broader pop culture space, and he seems to enjoy it. Of course, no Tim Malcolm update would be complete without mentioning Veronica. This September, Veronica announced her engagement to Seth Dariushfar, a milestone that reignited curiosity about Tim's role in her life. The two still appear together on Pillow Talk, still co-parent Veronica's daughter Chloe, and still maintain the kind of bond that fans never tire of analyzing. With Veronica moving into a new chapter, fans are eager to see what that means for Tim and whether his mysterious wifey reveal was a clue to his own next step. So,
Where is Tim Malcolm today? He's slimmer, sharper, and still unapologetically himself. He's back on TLC, active in the entertainment world, and dropping just enough hints to keep the fandom guessing. If history has taught us anything, it's that Tim will always keep fans on their toes, and this year proved he's far from finished.
Elise Benson may have been a newer face in the 90-Day Fiancé world, but this past year she's proven she can hold her own among the franchise's most talked about stars. With her radiant smile, candid honesty, and unexpected twists, Elise's journey has been equal parts relatable and dramatic, earning her a loyal following in record time. Her story this year began in Tulum, where sparks flew with Rob Warren. Fans watched as the chemistry was undeniable. But just as quickly as it started, it fizzled out. In fact, the fling ended almost overnight, reminding viewers that in the world of 90-Day Fiancé, passion doesn't always translate into staying power. Elise didn't linger on the disappointment. Instead, she turned the page with striking clarity, showing fans she was ready to keep moving forward. That's when Carlo entered the picture. At first, their connection looked promising, offering Elise a fresh chance at love during 90-Day Hunt for Love. But behind the scenes, she began to notice troubling red flags. By August, she revealed in an interview that she felt blindsided by the relationship, calling it toxic, and confirming that they split shortly after leaving Mexico. Fans praised her for her honesty, noting how refreshing it was to see someone so openly admit that not every romance is worth holding on to. For Elise, walking away wasn't a failure, it was self-respect. Then came one of the season's most surprising twists. At the tell-all, Tim Malcolm, already a fixture in the franchise, confessed that he had feelings for Elise and in front of the cameras asked her out on a date. The audience buzzed with excitement. Fans flooded social media with speculation, and for a brief moment, it looked like a brand new chapter might be beginning. Elise laughed, said yes, and left the stage with everyone wondering what might come next. But reality stepped in once the cameras stopped rolling. By early September, Elise clarified on Instagram that while she and Tim remained on good terms, they never actually went on that date. She also confirmed she was officially single and had closed the door on her fling with Carlo. The way she framed it, proud, grounded, and even relieved, spoke volumes. Elise wasn't clinging to what-ifs. She was embracing her independence. Still, the fan chatter didn't stop. When Tim posted just days later that he still wanted to take her out, Elise responded kindly, sparking even more speculation. Was it playful banter, a future possibility, or simply a case of two reality stars keeping the audience guessing? Through it all, Elise has built strong friendships with her castmates, most notably Courtney Reardanz. Their bond has grown beyond filming, showing that sometimes the most lasting connections aren't romantic at all, but grounded in mutual support. She's also taken her story off-screen, appearing on the Pink Shade podcast to reflect on life after the show, who she keeps in touch with, and what she's truly looking for moving forward. So where does that leave Elise Benson today? Single, but anything but stagnant. She's turned heartbreaks into hard-won lessons, embraced her independence, and built real connections that go beyond fleeting reality TV drama. Whether romance comes knocking again, or whether Tim Malcolm really does get that date, Elise has made one thing clear. She's charting her own course, and fans are eager to follow.